Exhibit BB is on the screen.
Yes.
You can use that exhibit
Yes, my
in
lord.
relation to your evidence.
Yes, indeed. So I showed him this identikit, my lord, and I draw
Which
his-
one?
I don't know. But the suspect with a hoodie, my lord. The one on the left, on my left, with a hoodie, wearing the hoodie.
So what did you do? You said you showed him.
I showed him and I said, I'm of the view that this is him. That was my view, that I think this person resembles him.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Mzansi Unfiltered with 45,000 subscribers. You know what? I could not have done it without you. Izandla Zelulikanda. Oh my goodness, guys. I couldn't even wait to get to the 45. I posted on the community tab and I said, this is it. We're there. I see it. We are there. I'm just so happy. I cannot even believe that you guys have done me this solid. Thank you so much. And this is me officially saying, Mzansi Unfiltered at 45K, road to 50,000 subscribers. Wow, that sounds so surreal. But you know what? I paused us here. First of all, you know what? I think we've been very hard on Brigadier Gininda. I think we've been very, very hard on him. And you know what? I decided, let me follow his thought process, okay? Because, they say, the saying goes, if you can't beat them, you just got to join them. So I said, you know what? Let me use my skills and let me insert Longwetala on the side of the suspect, okay, of the drawn-up suspect, okay, the sketched person on the identikit. And let me also put Bongani Ntanzi. And guys, I spoke about this in my previous video. Thanks to those that watched until the end. I see you guys with the comments. But does that suspect not look like Longwetala? Think about it. These guys are under pressure. Or Kelly Khumalo or Zandi. They've got to give a description. And they literally describe Longwetala. In my opinion, okay, I'm just following the guidance of Brigadier Gininda on how to investigate and identify a suspect. I mean, you don't need a police diploma for that, okay? It's 2024. You just need to be able to put two photos together side by side, okay? I didn't alter Longwetala, okay? I didn't alter his nose. I didn't alter his facial features. But let me tell you something. Bongani Ntanzi's eyebrows do not match those of the drawing. Longwetala's do, though. Are you catching what I'm putting down? I'm not saying it's Longwetala. I'm saying that the people who described the sketching, Doni, okay? They described someone that looked really like Longwetala. What is Bongani Ntanzi's height? I know I have it because Mangena took it. What is Bongani Ntanzi's height and what is Longwetala's height? And who has a picture of Longwetala in a hoodie? Guess who does? I do. I just remembered I actually have a picture of Longwetala in a hoodie. The way things work. But this is actually insane, okay? But this is what the lead investigating officer brings to the witness stand. And I'm sorry, it's just not make sure. It's actually very sad. Because as you can see, I put Longwetala there, and it looks just like him. That sketch looks about, I would say the sketch looks about 75% of black slim males in South Africa. Let me know if you see what I see. Maybe I need my eyesight checked. But you know what? Let's continue on. Like I said, if you can't beat them, you got to join them. And trust me, I know it's painful to listen to Brigadier Gininda, but we've got to listen. That's the only way we can catch this all out. How else would we have known that Brigadier Gininda runs the show in that courtroom? Because we're in the court and we're listening to how he carries himself in that room and how he tells Baloyi what part of the evidence he is going to read. Even though Baloyi has told him to read something else, he says, wait, I'm just going to have to read this. Wait, let me check this. Hold the line. Like, how many times did Brigadier Gininda put Baloyi on hold? I should actually do a whole video with clips of every time Brigadier Gininda didn't follow the question that Baloyi asked. He's just a mere police officer. But right now, it's giving he's the lead prosecutor, okay? He's the lead NPA. Are there brigadiers in the NPA? I don't know what they're called. The top people in the NPA. He's that person right now. Even though he hasn't finished writing his LLB. I saw a comment that said he only wrote 2 exams and we're suffering like this. Let's continue on. I have been rambling.
There was a denial, my lord. He said it's not true. It's a question of mistaken identity. That I remember. Do you recall, my lord, that I warned him according to his rights again and cautioned him to consider telling the truth? And then I walked away because he was at the car now, at the vehicle that was used by Sergeant Mukhande. When I was walking away, my lord, I just don't remember which of the two members called me to say he wants to speak to me. This is now accused 2. My lord, when I returned, what he then said amounted to what led to the arrangement of the confession that was taken by Lieutenant Colonel Rapado. And he was cautioned, my lord, in terms of his constitutional rights. I've dealt with this thing. I just don't want to burden the record by repeating the same thing, my lord. But I did caution him in terms of his constitutional rights when he made a confession, because in essence, he admitted that he was involved. He implicated accused number 1, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, just a minute.
Further mentioning my recollection, my lord, Mrs. Kelly Khumalo as the trigger point or the person who hired them to kill the deceased.
I told you, if you want to catch a thief, you've got to act like a thief. And, let's follow the bouncing ball. So Brigadier Gininda, and, let's learn to investigate like he does. Because, he doesn't use much else than what we use, okay? Because his investigating style is very, very unique, okay? It's very, very unique. I wonder what the FBI would say if they were given an opportunity to listen to him corroborate all this evidence. But basically, he just told us that, on Bongani Ntanzi's own accord, okay, he implicated the 5 accused number 1, 3, 4, and 5. And then he even says Mrs. Kelly Khumalo he also implicated her as the trigger point, as the person who hired them to pow the deceased. Okay, since the confession has been accepted into the record by my lord, why is Kelly Khumalo still out on the streets? I just want to understand this, and please explain this to me in grade 5 English. Brigadier Gininda, why is Kelly Khumalo not arrested? Is it because she's not from Nongoma? Like Uzandi implied, that if you're from Nongoma and you have ties to the taxi business, therefore you were part of this whole Nganegwane. But you know what? Asikolapo, let's focus. Do you see where I'm going with this? And we have asked this question 455,000 times, why Kelly Khumalo is not arrested. But the fact that she is not arrested therefore clears the 5 accused, and therefore Bongani Ntanzi's confession. You can't accept parts of his confession and then ignore another part of it. We insist, my lord, you accept all of it exactly as it is, right? He does say that the confession was given freely and voluntarily. And I mean, this is Brigadier Gininda. He doesn't want to burden the record by keeping on telling us this. I couldn't believe he said that. But let's continue on. Maybe we'll get somewhere with this investigative skills. Very unique.
I recall the vehicle, the mention of a VW Polo being mentioned, my lord, by accused number 2 as the vehicle that was used during the commission of this offense. I further recall, my lord, that you mentioned that accused 3 was the one with the dreadlocks, and that is the person who fired the shot that killed the deceased. I further placed the role, my lord, of each accused. To say in other words, accused number 1 was standing outside, which indeed, my lord, was for the first time. I actually got a collaboration to confirm what accused 1 said in the 2 previous confessions, my lord.
If you say the statement of accused number 1, which statement are you referring to?
I'm referring to the confessions taken by Colonel Mboto, my lord. But also Lieutenant Colonel Khatebe, my lord, because he points out that you can see even in the photos as to where he was standing. He places himself outside.
Yes, you can use the photo to illustrate your evidence.
Yes, my lord. So that is the photo I was referring to, which was taken during the pointing out on the 5th of June 2020, where accused 1 is pointing the position where he was standing, which places him outside the house, because we know that the shooting incident happened inside the house, my lord.
Just for record purposes, that is exhibit GG1.
Okay, my lord, yes. My lord, I wanted to say, yeah, so I said at that stage, especially the part where it says accused 1 was standing outside, that collaboration was then, for me, it actually confirmed what accused 1 has been saying all along. I'm emphasizing this point, my lord.
Yes. Yes.
can
Then
I-
don't make any inferences lest
Oh.
you draw some heat on my left-hand side. Just,
All right.
Just present facts.
All right, my lord. So
Oh my goodness, Valoi, 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 Valoi. The bravery. Did you really just say that? First of all, did you just stop a whole brigadier from coming down with his inferences? And did you really have to drop a jab at the defense team and say to avoid so that you don't draw some hits from my left-hand side? And the left-hand side let it slide? Okay then, well, at least that means you heard Umnisi and Shololo loud and clear. Stick to the facts, says Valoi. And you know, Brigadier Gininda is still trying. You can even hear it in his voice. He's saying, okay, but he's still trying to squeeze it right through. Let me squeeze it right through. Because I'm Brigadier Gininda. How dare they call me a mere policeman? I feel so insulted. That Nisi Wemvula said I am being nonsensical. That is all happening in Judge Ratta's court. If you haven't caught it, guys, make sure you're subscribed to this channel because we're on the way to 50,000 subscribers. And I'm here, okay? I am here to bring you the breakdown every time the court is in session.
So I'm saying this, my lord, because before we approach, and this is a fact, before we approach accused number one, we had a statement of Mr. Absalom Zungu, who simply directed us to accuse 1 and 2. And at that stage also, my lord, it matched the statement of the people who were inside the house who said they saw 2 suspects who came inside the house and demanded cell phone and money. So I'm saying, my lord, in essence, when accused 1 said he was outside, before we go to accused number 2, I did not believe him. I thought he was misleading when I read, first when he told me and subsequently obviously confirming what is contained in the confession. I thought, no, something is amiss because I've got 2 people who fit now, obviously, who were supposed to be inside the house. I was not aware of someone who was standing outside. So I didn't believe it, my lord. But the point I'm going to is that now when accused 2 came into the picture, he now confirms that there were actually more than 2 people, and indeed accused 1 was standing outside. My lord, I do recall that accused 5 was mentioned as the person who drove the said getaway car, and that accused 4, I think, was one of the stoppers, my lord.
Stopper.
My lord, I don't know, I don't recall the exact amount, but I do know that it was also mentioned to me that accused 2 was paid. He received some money, a certain share. I'm just not sure about the amount. I don't want to put the wrong figure. What is important, my lord, is that, and I'll go back to what followed, obviously, after our discussion. What is important is that when I received then the confession statement from Colonel Rapadu, I then noticed that what he told me was indeed contained in the annexure of Exhibit H. My lord, I was further able to establish that he was in his clear, sober senses, and that he was willing to make a statement to an independent officer freely and voluntarily, and that then resulted the arrangement of Colonel Rapado. Yes, my lord. Then thereafter, then arrangements were then made with Colonel Rapado when we found him, who said then he should be brought to Morocco on the 19th. That is the following day. I then made arrangements between him and Sergeant Mohane, who will be moving the suspect, because I knew accused 2. On that, they also had to appear in Fosora. So, but basically, I've connected Sergeant Mohane with Colonel Rapadi insofar as the obtaining of this confession, Exhibit H, my lord. That was done, my lord. As I said, that was done. And as I said, 2 days later or so, then I obtained the confession statement from Colonel Rapadi together with his statement.
You can go ahead. It was handed up as Exhibit HH in brackets 1, the annexure.
Yes, should I read the entire annexure or just paragraph by paragraph?
Yes, just read the entire annexure.
All right. It reads as follows, my lord. I, Bongane Sandison Tanzi, 30 years of age, 3125 Freedom Park 2, Rustenburg, states the following in Zulu and translated into English. That.
Did you know of these particulars that appear there?
No, I did not know, my lord. I did not even know accused number 2. And that assertion, my lord, is not only something that I will not do, it is unethical and unlawful. So there is no way I would have involved myself in such illegal activities because the consequences are simply criminal, my lord. And there's a sanction for that. So I did not know the accused. This is now accused too. It was the first time I came across him when his name was mentioned. He was never even investigated by me for any other matter previously. And that applies with all the accused in this matter, my lord.
As we go through the statement, if there's any objective fact that accords with what you read, you can mention that without giving a running comment,
Yes.
without giving a personal opinion. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, noted, my lord.
Yes.
So it goes further to say, during mid-October 2014, I received a call from a friend, Mthokoziseni, who was with Mapisa. He informed me about an urgent work that needs to be done, and they need my assistance.
Yes, just a minute.
I thought he was going to finish. It's fine. Finish, that's bothering.
Now, did you or any member of your team know about this, what is stated in this paragraph?
No, we did not, my lord. As I said, up to the stage when we got to this accused, what we had and what I had and what I believed was the case was that accused 1 and 2 were actually the perpetrators. We're not aware of accused 3, 4, and 5. So the only lead that we had is that these are the 2 perpetrators, as per the statement that we had. That, my lord, correlated with the people who were inside the house who said 2 perpetrators came in. So up to the time we go to accused number 2, my mind was that accused 1 is misleading when he said he was outside. I thought he was actually inside. Now we go to accused number 2, and then the change of the direction of the investigation then changes because now it brings new players into the picture. It goes further, my lord, to say Carlos was nearby as I would hear his voice in the background. I promised to assist and I decided to leave for Johannesburg. I then left for Phosphorus Men's Hostel and then met with Muzi Sibia, Sifiso Zungu, also known as Sinkani, who initially gave me the inside information. Later, Carlos Buthelezi and Mapisa joined the gathering at the hostel.
You've already commented on the on what is contained in this paragraph, but did you know of the names that are mentioned in this paragraph?
No, I did not, my lord. What we're simply able to establish, but obviously at the later stage when we're collaborating, the statement was really to say we already knew accused number 1, which is Muzi Sibia, his name is mentioned. Carlos Buthelezi were able to match that person, although the same name is moved to accused 3. And I think the names for accused 4 and 5 are self-explanatory, my lord. They're mentioned straightforward. But I did not know. As I said, my lord, we only had inside accused 1 and 2. 3, 4, and 5 was something that was not on my side. We didn't have anything tangible.
You have just mentioned that in the course of your investigations, you were able to match the name Carlos Buthelezi to accused number 3. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, my lord, during the interview with some of the witnesses, my lord, who gave us statements, they did say Carlos Buthelezi and accused 3. It's basically one and the same pattern. So that came out during the investigation process.
Yes.
It reads further, my lord, to say I was briefed that the person to be eliminated or killed was SENZO MEYIWA, and the matter is initiated by Kelly Khumalo, who was going to make a payment for the whole job. We were positioned accordingly that Nkani will be the driver, Moses Sibia will be the guard, and myself and Carlos will get inside Kelly Khumalo's house. Mapisa will be outside as a backup. Surveillance was conducted.
Okay. Now, did you know of the roles played by the persons mentioned here in this paragraph, except for Moses Sibiya, as you've already testified?
No, my lord, I did not know at all. As I say, my lord, and I want to keep on going back, it was new information. It was something that was not contained. The only, perhaps let me just qualify this part, my lord. The only part or reference where, and I saw that at a later stage, where the name of accused 3 was mentioned was insofar as the first investigating team, not me, my lord, mentioned it in the investigation diary, where they said they had information, they followed it up, but it was negative. But insofar as this team is concerned, my lord, I had no clue whatsoever.
Exactly, Carlos. You can even see how shocked he is at the way he is staring at Brigadier Gininda like, Gusani, what is going on in this Nganegwane and why am I in it? Because, wow, for me, it is just hearing again a whole Brigadier Gininda saying accused number 5 just wanted to be a driver, okay? He wanted to take it easy. He wanted to be cutesy, okay? He wanted it demure. He didn't want to be inside the house or doing any surveillance. He was the getaway driver. This man who is convicted of 6 murders. Wow. This time he chose the easiest route. Just sit in the car. The car that is identified as a VW Polo. But, you know, Asikolapo, watch how the 3 accused, that is accused number 3, 4, and 5, are just staring in shock. They are listening to the story in Ganegwane as if it is for the first time, and they are thinking to themselves, what is this? This is a reality. This is really it. So for those, I've over the couple of months, I've always got one person or another coming in the comment section and asking, why do they sit separately and not together? Well, I hope today that answers that question. It is a matter of the haves and the haves not. The haves is accused number 1 and accused number 2 who have the statements, and the 3 separated on the other side, accused number 3, 4, and 5 are the have-nots, okay? They do not have any statements. However, they have been implicated by the haves statement of Ubongani Ntanzi. Of course, according to Brigadier Gininda, Bongani Ntanzi denies profusely ever writing the statement. In fact, says that it was given to him to sign, okay, after being, handled, several times by the police without his permission, so to speak. So that is how it is going, according to Brigadier Gininda. I decided, let me end it here on this video. We'll do a part 2 and then maybe a part 3. I can't believe I'm doing this, but you know what? We're going to do it for the record, just like Brigadier Gininda likes to say. So please make sure you continue to support the videos, okay? I highly appreciate it, and you already know, if you've made it this far in the video, you absolutely have my heart. Thank you so much. Okay, you know the house rules: like, comment, and subscribe. If you're part of my shy gang, I haven't spoken to you guys in a while. It's been a minute. You already know what to do. Drop an emoji in the comment section down below. I still want to get to know you too. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. Without you, we can't do it. Thanks for watching.